Sup guys, it's Kosh, and today in another beginner's guide for AFK Arena we will talk about engraving. This is already not that very beginner content, but you still need to know what engraving is and how does it works and what you wanna go for. But before we start guys, to the sponsor of this video, me. My second YouTube channel needs subs drastically. If you like idle incremental games, sub to my second channel, help me to grow and enjoy the content. Let's go. So basically engraving is the process, to be short, of getting those shiny stars on your characters, right, on your heroes. Yeah, depending on how high engraving is, you will get either the orange star, the red star, or the glowing diamond star, whatever, the white star. But in reality, engraving is much more than just getting the colors of the stars for your characters. Engraving will help your characters to change some of their skills, get more stats and get stronger. Only ascended tier heroes can be engraved, of course, and you can see what you will get from engraving by clicking on each character engraving screen. Here you will see first of all what bonuses you will get for the stars on your hero. They can be different for different heroes. For Ainz it's critical damage amplification, so his critical will be better and more potent. Depending on how high your engraving level is, you will unlock different bonuses of those, but this isn't crazy important. Moreover, engraving will change skill 1 and skill 3 abilities. It will give additional level to them. So for Ainz, for example, at engraving 30, it will add level 4 to this skill that will improve the enemy health loss by 5%. At engraving 60, attack rating increased by 7% per second and defense rating will be increased by 12% per second instead of 6 and 10. So that will be more potent and more effective. For some heroes those bonuses aren't that crazy. For example, for Ainz it will buff him, but it's not a game changer, although E60 is really good. But for some heroes those things, they just change how the hero works, they make him so much more useful and they are pretty much essential for their progression. For example, Hales, his Sphere of Craftsmanship at level 4 gets the ability to dispel all enemies' shield simultaneously in range, which is extremely powerful. And Born Blessing at level 60 will give him ability to recover energy to allies, which is insanely useful. Like, that changed the heroes all around and makes him so much better and much more useful. So for some heroes it's a small bonus, but for others it's a game changer. Now, after this you might think that you want to upgrade your heroes to engraving 30 or engraving 60 only, but it's not the case. For some heroes you have different milestones and there is a specific video on that, the engraving milestones, recommendations, that kind of stuff. You can find it by searching it on YouTube, or maybe if I won't forget I'll place the link in the video description for that. For example, Raku. For Raku you have different milestones of upgrading him as you go, and honestly, like, at level 30 he is good, but even at level 30 you can make him so much better if you will put some more engraving materials into this glyph that will improve his attacks percentage, in this glyph that will boost his haste. So those bonuses will be really good. Even some accuracy bonuses and haste when the milestone will be met will be a good stuff that will make him so much stronger. At some point in the game your E60 won't be enough. That will be later in the game, and you might want to engrave your heroes a bit higher. For example, for Lucretia, you might want to go for improved attack if she doesn't pulse through and she doesn't have enough damage to take out the enemy groups. Same goes for most of your carries and important characters. So for those characters, sometimes your perfect milestone is higher than 60. But usually for the most scenarios going higher than E60 is a waste because it becomes extremely expensive and you'd better spend those resources on other heroes. And getting to level 80 will give you shiny white stars, yes, but the bonuses you will get will be only useful in the PvP. So if you are enjoying PvP quite a lot and you are a PvP player, then for you getting your main team to engraving 80, specifically the carries, might be a really good idea. And you can always check the details in the engraving screen to see overall gains of the stats that your character have based on the engravings that you already did, so you can see what are the exact bonuses and how much they give to the character. Keep in mind guys that engraving is extremely expensive, and if you engrave the hero there is no way back, so you can't really change the engraved hero. There was an item that was given out that can reset one of your heroes, so be really careful who you engrave for, because it's expensive. It takes a lot of time to get engraving materials, and if you spend them on the wrong hero, they will be essentially wasted most of the time, specifically if you are a free-to-play player. So think twice before engraving someone. Hero engraving is being done using two materials. First one is elemental shard. That's the most basic engraving that's been used to engrave the low levels of the engraving, like the first steps, and then you will have to use elemental cores, which is more rare and more expensive, and usually that's one that you will lack the most. So the first 30 levels of the engraving can be done using the basic material, and the next levels will be used based the advanced material. It costs 3,750 shards in order to get to level 30, and 4.5k elemental cores, the advanced materials, to get to plus 60. And if you want to get those shiny white stars, it will cost you 6,000 of the cores in order to get from 60 to 80, and if you want to get from 80 to 100, it will be 7,700. So yes, the further you are, the more it will cost, guys. It's insane, to be honest. But yeah, guys, even as a free-to-play player, your goal is to prioritize the right heroes. Prioritize the heroes that really need those engravings to be strong, to be useful. Your best bet would be your carries most of the time, because they always need more damage, and the carries in your weakest team out of 5 will be your best option, because yeah, you really need all the team to be more or less even by the time you will reach the end game. But as I said, if you need more in-depth guide on the engraving, you gotta get to another video that will talk about that in the specifics. Here we just cover the basic ideas. And guys, as a free-to-play, you don't have to worry that much about getting them, because you will get them from the different events. Like for example, Misty Valley, here you can get them as a reward if you want to go for it. In the different events, there are a lot of ways to get those resources. It will be slow, but you can get them. So yeah, I think I told everything I wanted to tell about the engraving for the beginners right now. If you have any comments or additions to the topic, let me know down below in the comments. That will help the newer players, and maybe I missed something, because you know, no one is perfect, especially me. And while you're going there, please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends who needs the help. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and check the pinned comment in the video description down below. There are more beginner guides over there. There are a link tree with all my social media, my second channel that I would appreciate if you would join, and Discord link where we can talk about AFK Arena and other stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, see you in the next one. Then Kosh out. Have a good one. Bye.